Hello everyone, welcome to Point Counterpoint. I'm Mynt Marsellus, Web Director for the Cord.
And I'm Dani, Saad, President and Publisher of WLUSP.
And we're here to talk about American Sniper, the new Clint Eastwood film that has been tearing it up at the box office. The two of us have written columns for the Cord this week. Check that out online or on newsstands. And here we're going to hash it out with each other. I hated this movie. I found it to be bland and trying to be purposefully objective and apolitical about topics that are specifically not apolitical. And that is just lazy and irresponsible filmmaking. However, Dani had a very different point.
I did have a very different take on the film. I thought the film was objective in the sense that it didn't go into the controversy surrounding the war. But I thought it was a great way to kind of make us look in the mirror and say, what happened? How did that happen? So I don't think a film not telling us how to think about a certain subject is irresponsible or lazy. I think that was a very directed effort, and I think it was effective overall.
You see, Dani, I disagree. I think that it is irresponsible to be making a film about the Iraq War and this highly politicized figure and this highly politicized topic and not take a stance. Because by not taking a stance, you're allowing audiences to just take whatever they brought into the film out of the film. So if you went into the film thinking that it was going to be an anti-war film, as you did, you're going to think it's an anti-war film. Whereas if you go into the film thinking that it's pro-war, America, rah, 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 you're going to get that message out of it as well, which can lead to some very Islamophobic messages, as we've seen.
Nobody went into American Sniper as a level-headed, rational thinking individual and came out screaming for the death of ragheads. That didn't happen. So I think that's more reflective of the individual, and I think that's an important thing to happen. I mean, if we see this happening in society due to a film, I think that signals a whole different set of issues that we have to acknowledge.
The film portrays the war in Iraq as having happened because of 9/11. I think that, from a historical standpoint, normally I'm not a stickler for historical accuracy, I think that's irresponsible. And I think that it just further promotes the divisions in American political discourse.
Right, and I agree that the film depicted it that way because that's how Kyle connected the dots. And a lot of people like Kyle connected those same dots from 9/11 to Afghanistan to Iraq. As wrong as that is, but millions of people got behind the war for those very reasons. They connected that because the government told them to, the media spun a certain way, whatever. That's how he saw it.
But Kyle's not the only person in this film. If the film at least acknowledged the surrounding context, I would be more okay with it, because you're allowed to have ambiguity in film. That's a thing that film is excellent at portraying, and I don't think this film has that quality of nuance. I think that liberals are seeing something that's not actually there. I think they're taking their preconceived notions about how they feel about the American military into this film, and that they're getting that out of it, which is not conducive to discussion because the evidence is not actually there.
No, I think that's fair. I do think that's fair, and I think a lot of people are commenting on the film without having seen it because they feel they don't have to see it to know what side of the fence they've fallen. But I think that signals the problem is that you can say, I love this movie and I'm pro Chris Kyle because I'm pro America. And the fact that you can say that is insanely problematic to me because those already existed before the film came out, and they will exist. As long as people think Obama's a Muslim born in Kenya and whatever else people believe, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is how people think, and we have to start addressing that and not ignoring it. Those are our thoughts on the film American Sniper. Let us know what you think, and until next time.